Hello, wrestling fans, boxing fans, and everybody out there. It's Raw time. Wrestling and boxing forever. Now, we have some news from wrestling and boxing. So, we're going to start blueberry sparkling water. Good stuff. We're going to start with the Shawn Porter-Terrence Crawford matchup. It was highly competitive from bell to bell. Both men had their moments in the fight. But Terrence Bud Crawford proved to be too much for Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter's dad stepped in and stopped the fight. A lot of people think it was premature. Shouts out to Kurt DeVille from Counterpunch Boxing News. I'm a big fan. Shouts out to Bruce Bain. Shout out to Rummy's Corner. Showbiz the Adult. Those are guys that I'm fans of. So bottom line is, Terrence Crawford got the win over Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter's talking retirement at 34 years old. Something in me, folks. Something in me does not believe that. I don't think he's going to retire at 34. I just think it's the first time that he ever had to deal with a stoppage loss. It's the first time that his father stopped the fight. So when somebody deals with their first loss, especially a stoppage loss where the corner steps in and stops the fight, it does a lot to their mental capacity. They don't feel very good after that. Shawn Porter said he's willing to fight him again, but then again he said he was going to retire. So we'll wait and see what happens there. But like I said, the fans won. It was a hell of a fight. Shawn Porter shows up to fight every single time. There's never a boring fight with Shawn Porter. Never a boring fight. Never a boring fight with Shawn Porter. Where does Terrence Crawford go from here? Earl Spence was in the crowd. Does this mean a unification bout between them? Between Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford? Well, if they do end up going at one another, I say Terrence Bud Crawford gets that win over Earl Spence. My opinion on the performance of Terrence Crawford was just on his game. Terrence Crawford was just... There was a point in time where Shawn Porter got knocked down and he was banging his gloves on the mat. He was frustrated with how things were going. Terrence Crawford was just... His game was an A+ effort from start to finish. The fans won tonight. It was awesome. Kudos to both guys. Kudos to matchmakers and promoters for making this match happen. The question is, where does Terrence Crawford go from here? So, congratulations to Terrence Bud Crawford. I'm hoping all the retirement talk for Shawn Porter is just talk. I'm hoping that he will come back to the sport because I still believe he's got a lot left to give to the sport of boxing. Let's move on. Let's talk some wrestling. And fans, I am excited about this one. The National Wrestling Alliance. If you guys remember, my very first bid when I started this channel, the National Wrestling Alliance asked me to make a video on my channel, why did I want the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship to return? And I made that video. If you guys didn't get a chance to check it out, to all my subscribers, go check that out because it's a heck of a video. And on that video, I explained about the tradition and the great names they held that time. Long story short, folks, the story broke. The story broke. The NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, is bringing back the Junior Heavyweight Championship. They're bringing back the NWA World's Junior Heavyweight Championship with a history that goes back to 1945. 1945. The talent that is in that gauntlet match. They're having a gauntlet match at Hard Times 2. They're having a gauntlet match at Hard Times 2. The winner of the gauntlet goes straight to the finals of the upcoming Junior Heavyweight title tournament. In that gauntlet match, you have Homicide, Luke and PJ Hawks, Ariane Daivari, Austin Aries, Rip Titus. The list go. It's going to be a hell of a match. I'm so excited for the NWA bringing back the Junior Heavyweight Championship. And NWA, thank you for bringing back this Junior Heavyweight Championship. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening to the fans. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you. Us fans, we thank the NWA for listening to us. Thank you, NWA, for bringing back this NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship. Now, the end. La Rebellion. The NWA World Tag Team Champions La Rebellion take on the End for the World Tag Team titles. And if you remember, the End, they won a tag team title tournament to become #1 challengers. The Masked Man is taking on Tyrus for the television title at Hard Times 2, with the Pope is the guy who's going to be the referee. Elijah Burke is going to be the referee for that television title matchup. The thing about this television title matchup is there's not going to be a time limit. Usually it's 6 minutes and 5 seconds. Six minutes and 5 seconds. The world's champion Trevor Murdoch gets the matchup that he's been asking for with Mike Knox. He wants revenge, not just for himself, but his son as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, The NWA is starting a new chapter with the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship, but respecting and recognizing and remembering the tradition that's behind that Junior Heavyweight title. And I'm so proud and happy that they would do that and give an individual like a PJ Hawks and Kobe Carino and all those guys an opportunity. I'm uber excited. I cannot wait. This card is going to be phenomenal. The national champion Chris Adonis is getting ready to defend his title. The women's champion Camille, she getting ready for Melina. The women's tag champions are going to be there. Tom Latimer against Nick Aldis. It's going to be phenomenal, folks. I cannot wait. Hard Times 2, December 4th, PBG Studios. Check it out, either in person or on pay-per-view. The pregame show is going to be on their YouTube channel. Folks, check it out. Hard Times 2 is going to be a phenomenal card. Wrestling and boxing forever. Ride time. Out.